Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Ron J. Ruelas Infidelity exposed on House of Villains. Ron J. star Teresa Giudice's marriage to Luis Ruelas is once again in the spotlight. One of her House of Villains co-stars made the shocking allegation that Teresa's husband of only 2 years has already cheated on her. Season 15 of The Real Housewives of New Jersey is up in the air after a disastrous Season 14. Amid her job being in jeopardy, Teresa Giudice left home to film Season 2 of the E! Network's House of Villains. Season 1 featured love-to-hate reality TV stars like Vanderpump Rules' Jax Taylor, Celebrity Apprentice alum and former White House aide Omarosa Manigault Newman, and reality show vet Tiffany New York Pollard. Tiffany Pollard returns for Season 2. And this time, she's up against 90 Day Fiancé's Larissa Lima, Survivor Og Richard Hatch, and more reality villains. The super tease ahead of the October season premiere revealed a showdown between New York and Ron J. star Teresa Giudice. Viewers will finally saw the full version of the explosive fight on a recent episode. Things haven't been going well between Teresa Giudice and Tiffany Pollard so far on House of Villains. Teresa was put on the hit list in a recent episode because Pollard wanted their shared room to herself. Bachelor Nation's Victoria Larson stirred up more drama between the two by telling Pollard that the Ron J. star was going to put her on the hit list next and hoped she would be eliminated. In a tense confrontation, Tiffany Pollard made a shocking accusation about Teresa Giudice's husband, Luis Ruelas. He sent his wife a huge bouquet with hundreds of flowers a few days before the argument. You know why Luis really sent those roses? Because he's guilty, BCH. He's been effing around and each one of those roses represent how many times he cheated on your ass since you been in here, Tiffany Pollard screamed at Teresa Giudice. The Ron J. shot back by calling the flavor of love alum disgusting. A source close to Teresa Giudice explained the true meaning of the flowers to People magazine. Louis actually sent Teresa 333 roses, which is symbolic for her because she correlates those numbers to her late mother. Louis knew that amount of roses would move her and it did, and he wanted to comfort her because she was away and was homesick. Tiffany New York Pollard reportedly apologized to Luis Ruelas for the accusation. But do you think there's some truth to it? Ron J. Luis Ruelas Infidelity exposed on House of Villains, a shocking revelation. In the ever-unpredictable world of reality TV, few events have rocked the entertainment landscape quite like the shocking infidelity allegations surrounding Luis Ruelas, the prominent figure from The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Ron J. As a star on the show, Ruelas has often been in the spotlight due to his high-profile relationship with Teresa Giudice, a personality with a fan base both fiercely loyal and critically divisive. However, what was initially believed to be a fairy tale romance has now taken a dark turn, with his infidelity exposed on the new reality competition series House of Villains. The revelation came as a jolt to fans of both Ron J. and House of Villains, as Ruelas, who had been seen as a supportive partner to Teresa, now finds himself at the center of a media storm. His reputation, previously tethered to his connection with Teresa and his business dealings, has taken a severe hit following the latest drama, which highlights not just infidelity, but a range of allegations that paint a far more complicated picture of the man behind the reality TV cameras. The infidelity leak. It all started during an explosive moment on House of Villains, a reality competition that features well-known figures from various reality TV shows, dubbed as villains due to their controversial behaviors and actions. It was here that Ruelas' infidelity came to light, with the truth spilling from an unexpected source. A former acquaintance of Ruelas, who had previously been involved with him in a romantic context, came forward with shocking details of their affair. This individual, who remains anonymous, claimed to have been involved with Ruelas while he was dating Teresa. According to their account, the affair was not a fleeting encounter but an ongoing, secretive relationship that lasted several months. The bombshell revelation quickly made waves, prompting both social media backlash and an avalanche of press coverage. The accusations described a series of secretive rendezvous, coded text messages, and even private gifts exchanged behind Teresa's back. While Luis had presented himself as a dedicated and loving partner on Ron J, his behavior behind the scenes was painted in stark contrast. He had reportedly promised this other woman that he would eventually leave Teresa, further complicating the already tense dynamic between the couple. The fallout on Ron J. The revelations from House of Villains did not take long to make their way back to the set of Ron J. Teresa, who has built an entire persona around being fiercely protective of her family and her reputation, was understandably blindsided by the news. Despite Ruelas' initial denials, the mounting evidence began to sway public opinion against him. Ron J fans, already divided by Teresa's controversial past and her choices in partners, were left reeling from the allegations. Teresa, who had previously been through her own turbulent relationships, found herself in a familiar position staring down the betrayal of yet another partner. Her reaction to the news was raw and emotional, with episodes featuring tearful confrontations and an air of palpable distrust between the couple. What became evident was that Teresa's loyalty to Luis had been shaken to its core. Her response, a mix of shock, anger, and heartbreak, captured the attention of viewers, who quickly flooded social media with their opinions. Many expressed their dismay, suggesting that Teresa's tendency to overlook red flags in relationships had once again led her into the arms of a man who was not as loyal as he had appeared. Luis' denial and damage control. Luis Ruelas, whose public persona has been largely shaped by his relationship with Teresa, did not take these allegations lightly. He quickly took to social media to address the claims, presenting a defense that ranged from outright denial to blaming the situation on external pressures. "I've always been upfront with Teresa about everything, and this is a misunderstanding fueled by jealousy and bitterness," Ruelas posted on Instagram, seeking to portray himself as the victim of a smear campaign. "There are always people trying to tear down what we've built. Teresa and I are solid, and this will all be worked out." However, despite his efforts to dismiss the accusations, the damage to his reputation was done. Fans, many of whom had previously viewed him as a stable force in Teresa's life, began to question his true intentions. The trust he had carefully cultivated over seasons of Ron J now seemed fragile at best. People were divided, some were convinced of his innocence, while others believed the allegations to be an undeniable truth. The impact on Teresa Giudice. The effects of this infidelity scandal went beyond just Luis. The ramifications for Teresa were deep and personal. As someone who has been through public legal battles, personal crises, and divorce, Teresa found herself yet again facing the consequences of trusting someone who had allegedly betrayed her. The emotional toll on her was palpable, and the audience could sense the weight she carried as she processed not only the potential end of her relationship but also the public humiliation that came with it. For Teresa, this betrayal was especially difficult because of her past experiences. Having suffered through the painful breakdown of her first marriage to Joe Giudice, who was also embroiled in legal drama, Teresa had hoped that Ruelas would be the person to give her the stability and trust she desperately craved. Instead, it seemed that her relationship with Luis was just another chapter in a tumultuous love story marked by secrecy and heartbreak. The role of House of Villains. House of Villains has proven to be an unexpected catalyst for drama, not just for the contestants involved but for the broader reality TV landscape. Luis Ruelas' affair, exposed in this unique format, brought to light the darker side of his public persona. While the show was intended as a platform for reality stars to compete and showcase their personalities in a competitive environment, it inadvertently became a sounding board for the undercurrents of betrayal and infidelity that Ruelas had been hiding. The mix of competition, reality star egos, and drama made House of Villains the perfect backdrop for the scandal to unfold. As Ruelas and the other contestants interacted, the tension simmered, and the cracks in Ruelas' character began to appear, leaving viewers and fellow housemates shocked and appalled by the revelation. What comes next? The infidelity drama continues to unfold, with no clear resolution in sight. For Ruelas, the challenge now is to rebuild the trust he has lost not just with Teresa, but with the public who once saw him as a reliable and supportive figure. His journey to redemption, if possible, will require him to confront his actions head-on, admitting to his mistakes, and making sincere amends. For Teresa, the road ahead is just as uncertain. Her relationship with Luis hangs in the balance, as she must decide whether to forgive him or walk away for good. Fans will undoubtedly continue to watch, eager for the next chapter in this scandalous saga. One thing is for certain, the drama of Ron J and House of Villains has proven that, in the world of reality television, nothing is ever as it seems. And when the cameras stop rolling, the real messiness begins.